Damn, you came fast.
I'm sitting on my phone, not doing shit.
I was thinking you would be working.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be, right?
Yeah. What's up, support?
Taj coming?
Nah, Todd's only come on Wednesdays.
Wait. So I gotta argue with you?
You ain't arguing with me. Not on this one. I would hope not. But hey, we might get a disagreement.
I'm supposed to be working,
Mm-hmm.
but it's Friday.
Yeah, I actually got a busy goddamn Friday myself. What's up, DeMarcus?
Hey,
You said Steven got who up out here? Branford? Ah, he Michael today. This nigga so ugly.
y'all know they be Jamie running them stand pages.
Right. All right, I'm gonna try to give it. I'm gonna give it another minute. Then I'm just gonna get started. Oh shit!
I'm just joining y'all because I don't. I'm supposed to be working, but I'm bored, so I guess I'll join.
It's funny. You actually got a good job. What are you talking about?
I actually got a what?
A good job.
Please. Only thing good is the money.
A lot of people take that.
Not if you miserable.
Some people are miserable all the time and take it. I mean,
All right,
I
some
wouldn't
people
advocate
hate their
for it.
jobs and don't make the money I make, so I get
Yep,
it.
yep. Somebody miserable right now if they job at Target or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So I guess I gotta be grateful.
All right, so I'm about to go ready to go ahead and get started. So, as I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are familiar with, I got a bad echo too right now.
Maybe it's me.
Yeah, I don't know why it be doing that sometimes. With the phones and shit, I have no idea. But anyways, as a lot of you guys niggas are aware of, Nicki Minaj has been teaming up with Trump. She has been said to be pro Trump. I honestly I'm not so sure if she's pro Trump or not, but I know I heard that. And of course the black community has completely turned their back on her since she has chose to do so. And I just thought it's very interesting how quickly the community is to turn on you when they once liked you, and then all of a sudden, boom. Okay. So that tells me there that what it is that as a whole, the black community is loyal to the Democratic Party over anything. I mean, I kind of already knew this, but it's just more of a testament that this is the truth. Because from my knowledge, somebody in the comment section can absolutely correct me if I am wrong about anything, or Solo, if you know more knowledge about this, about something, you can correct me. But as far as I saw, she basically, the first thing that I heard her say that everyone started jumping on her about was the situation where they said a lot of Christians in Nigeria were being murdered due to their religious belief. And Nikki pretty much came out on Twitter and congratulated Trump because he said that that he was going to send some troops basically over there to deal with that situation that's happening over there in Nigeria. And she praised him for it because she said that regardless of what your religious belief is in this country, we have the freedom to believe in whatever we want to believe in, and she don't feel like nobody should be being murdered basically for doing so. And when I tell you, so many black people was under that damn post talking bad about her. I'm like, damn, y'all doing Nikki like that? So, and it makes me wonder: is there any black celebrity? Y'all help me. Y'all help me on this. Is there any black celebrity that we as a community love so much that if they were to say something agreeing with Trump, that they would accept and be like, yeah, she right or he right? Is there anybody in the black community y'all feel like that they'll not do that for, or the hatred for Trump is that much? You said Nikki is trying to get a pardon for her husband. I heard that. You on mute, Solo.
But isn't her husband convicted of a state crime? Like, he can't pardon her for a state crime. He can only pardon people for federal crimes. So if you say she's doing this to get a green card or to get a fast track citizenship, maybe. But now I may be wrong. But I thought he was convicted of rape. Rape.
Yeah, it was something
Rape.
that you're right about that because I remember saying that. It was something in that it was something in that area. It wasn't nothing like a federal crime to my
Yeah,
knowledge.
so Trump can't pardon her husband for a state crime.
Okay, so Ronald said her brother has 25 years to life for rape. She is kissing his ass to get a pardon. She said
Again.
she was Trump's number one fan. So I thought I did see that. So you're pretty much confirming that she basically is super pro Trump. Because I seen somebody say that she was his number one fan.
I
That's
think she
interesting.
said it.
Well, me personally, I didn't see her because I don't pay attention enough to her like that to fucking know. To be honest with you, I don't. I never been a super Nicki Minaj fan. I still ain't today. I don't care. But I know I saw it on I want to say it was Instagram, folks posting it, and folks can say anything on Instagram and pushing their agenda. So, but if Ronald said it probably is true. But either way, like I said, you said her brother, but still a grape is still like that would be state, that wouldn't be federal. So like Solo was saying, Trump wouldn't even be able to help with that. So perhaps it's that she actually believes in some of the policies that Trump is pushing, and that's what it is. Oh Lord, here we go. He said, "Why are ICE agents arresting black journalists?" I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm gonna actually get to that, even though it's not part of the categories that I have today. I just saw it on Instagram. She said it right there on stage with him. He said he wanted to grow nails. Like, what the fuck?
Yay.
Yeah, that's gay. If he said that shit, unless it was a joke. Okay, so this is my thing. Like I said, and this is just my opinion. I mean, folks can see it how they want to see it, but I truly believe that this is more confirmation that black people are more loyal to the Democrats than they are to their own people, than they are to even God, and it's just crazy to me. I'm gonna keep it 100. That is absolutely insane to me that we are so loyal to the Democratic Party that anything they pushing, we jump right on it. We don't ask questions, and we just believe we'll throw our own people under the bus. It could be. It can be somebody that moved mountains for black people. We'll forget all about that because now he's on the wrong side, quote unquote, wrong side, or she is on the wrong side. And now you're the enemy. Now, I'm not saying that Nicki Minaj in this case was a hero or some shit like that. I mean, she's a fucking musical artist that, like I say, in my opinion, I don't really care for. But I'm just saying, in general, why is it that whenever the Democrats deem this person to be public enemy number one, we instantly follow them? Like, name me a time. Somebody educate me. I would love to know. Name me the time that the Democrats tried to push an agenda and tell us to hate one of our own, and we just decide to say, "No, y'all wrong about this. We gonna protect our brother. We gonna protect our sister." When have we done that? You see it. See, Mike Lopez. I knew you was talking about the Don Lemon situation. We'll touch on that a little bit.
From my point of view, the reason why I completely agree for probably the first time in history. Completely agree. Completely agree. Black people let the Democrats tell them what to think, how to breathe, how to walk, what to agree with, what not to agree with, and we're definitely prepared to throw one of our own under the bus in support of their cause
Immediately too. Like we don't waste no
immediately.
time.
But I think that it's just because it's just another one of our issues. I think that the reason why is because of white supremacy. I think that instead of black people looking amongst themselves to collectively as a unit decide what we gonna ride with and what we're not, that we look to white people to make that decision for us. And when they tell us that we need to dislike somebody because of something that they've done, they agree with it. They want to agree with it. But at the same token, they don't necessarily oppose the liberals for what they do against us. So it's just that black people, that we just look for white people to tell us what to think, what to breathe, how to walk, what policies agree with, what we don't agree with. And then they ignore the liberals and what the Democrats do to
Mhm.
us.
That's the worst part about it.
They are completely nose blind.
Like they can do whatever to us, and we'll find a way to make excuses, forgive them, act like the shit didn't happen, all kinds of crap when it comes to them. But when it comes to anybody that's on that right side, the Republican side, oh, it's on site when we see you. It's crazy.
Oppose that. See, because my I have a genuine question. Why is black people, why is foundational black Americans who descend from, who have ancestors descend from the slave trade, or if we were already here, because I do agree that some of us were already here. I just don't go as far as say that the slave trade never happened. Anyway, so us that were here and us that was brought here from the slave trade, why are we against immigrant? Why are we so pro immigration?
You tell
How
me.
do we benefit
It don't benefit.
from immigrants
That's what
coming
we're gonna
here?
get to. We're gonna get to that on the third one, on the third topic. We're gonna
Stealing,
dive
look, what Trump say, stealing black jobs.
stealing
All
black
the
jobs.
Everybody got online and was like, he stealing black jobs. What
And
are
they,
you trying
yeah,
to
they
say?
the Democrats cold though. I get them this. They cold, bro. They'll spend anything. Like when Trump said that, talking about stealing black jobs, they were like, "What do you mean stealing black jobs? What do you mean? What do you mean?" You know, they got so mad. They don't even know what they were mad at really, but they got so
I
mad.
agree. I agree with Trump as they are stealing black jobs.
They
You know
are
that
stealing black
majority
jobs.
of
Let's be
black
real.
people
Let's be
have
real,
low
people. Them
wage
jobs
jobs. They have those labor worker jobs. They have
that
those
most black people work.
security jobs. We have the labor jobs, right? And so if you have all these immigrants coming in, they're getting those jobs. So that means less jobs for us.
Less for you. And then this
That's
is
what
the
he meant when he said they still in black jobs because we're the ones doing the labor.
hmm that's what he meant with that. But they, of course, like always, anything he says, they blow it out of proportion and make it seem like he's trying to be a racist. Now, am I sitting on here trying to tell y'all, oh no, Trump is the greatest person? He's not a racist. That's not what I'm here to tell you. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, bro, y'all got to stop with this following of the Democratic Party all the time. They're
It's
not our
ridiculous.
saviors, bro. We got to stop doing this shit.
So I agree. And back if we go back to Nikki, um, I mean, I just feel like when it comes to international policy, a lot of Americans are just not educated enough to form an opinion about whether or not America should intervene when it comes to this stuff. Trump got up there and was like, they're killing Christians. We want to bomb Nigeria. If you think, like I think I've said this on the show before, if you think Trump give a damn about black people dying in Nigeria, you have lost your mind. Trump bombed Nigeria, said we're going to save the Christians who are down in Nigeria. In the same breath, he banned their ass from coming over here. Trump don't give a damn about Nigerian Christians, just like Trump don't give a damn about Iranians. They want to tell us Iranians are dying in the street because of their government. Trump don't give a damn about the Iranian people dying. So for Nikki, I always thought that she was getting something out of it. I just wished that she didn't um like what I would say is I don't know her moral capacity. I don't know her really in real life. I know that she's had some controversial things in the past. It's just that I mean she doing what all the other rappers do. I mean they be showing up for Trump. 50 Cent. Are we gonna act like 50 Cent don't support Trump ass even though 50 Cent grew up in the hood? 50 Cent supports Trump all the
Yeah,
way.
even though he don't publicly say it,
He supports Trump.
he absolutely.
A lot of these rich black people support Trump, and the reason why
I'll
they
give you
support
another one that I never said publicly, but I guarantee you he does. Michael Jordan supports Trump.
absolutely supports
Guarantee you he
Trump.
does. I guarantee you he does. People. They'll never say it because this is the thing. When it comes to this stuff, I keep telling you, bro, we really don't get many benefits being going with Democrats. We just can't see it because we're so angry. Like we're a very defeated race, bro, that we can't think outside of what has happened to us. God damn, it's a lot of comments.
So I completely I mean um like I said, Trump don't give a damn. This shit was about oil. If you don't think if you think America is out here bombing these countries because they want to save their citizens, you need to.
Yeah, it's
I
always
don't know where
another
you
agenda.
at, and I don't know where you at, cause please, this is about money and America remaining a superpower. Um, but the Democrats told black people to stop supporting Nikki, so they definitely gonna. Uh,
Yep.
who
Yep.
is Roz Rigri? I wish she would really educate herself on our history. Um, who is our? Please clarify who you talking about. And then we can talk more about what it is that I need to really educate myself on. I mean, that's such a vague statement. I have no idea what you're talking about. And
Really quick, let me address some of his super chats. He said, "You ready for the Nicki and Kanye collab?" I mean, I honestly don't give a damn if they collab or not, but
what do you
I
think
would say
about that? What do you think
I,
about Ye coming out and apologizing?
to the people in the East.
The Middle Eastern country we don't can't talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, he got his own agenda. He always got something going on. That's what it is. He don't
Play
really.
that game.
Um, and you said what I consider myself as a. I mean, yeah, I'm a very free thinker, for sure. I don't follow under trends and what they claim if you black, you supposed to be following. That's never been me. I've always been the type to think outside of the box. Even as a child, and I used to question my pastor and my mom and my people that's supposed to be higher ups in religion and stuff like that. When things didn't make sense to me, I've always been that type of child. So that's always been who I've been. And then, like, this is the thing: if you're able to effectively explain it to me to the point that it makes sense, I'll be like, okay, cool, yeah, all right, now I understand. But the problem was they they never were able to do it. They were able to say a few stuff and brush it off and hope you just leave it alone, which majority of us do. We don't ask questions because if we did, a lot of the stuff that we follow, we wouldn't follow it.
Like I said, and black people are just like the white liberals. Once you disagree with them, now you're ignorant. Now you're ignorant. So it just sucks that they have us such under such a chokehold. But it's just because I don't think that they want to think for themselves. I don't think that they want to be bothered with it. They just
Somebody said something funny. He said, "Who would have thought that people with stuff would support the side that says keep your stuff?" I mean, it makes sense to me if you ask me.
also somebody says so. So I guess my parents were still in black jobs. I mean,
Who is that?
so I guess what we were talking about is when Trump said it. So, not only potentially, not only black jobs, but black taxpayer dollars. So if you look at what happened under the last Democratic president, Biden, you saw that Chicago spent $1.8 billion on illegal immigrants, right? So, Chicago is a heavily populated black city, just like New York, who spent something similar, and Boston has a big black population, which a lot of people wouldn't think about. But if you think about the systematic changes that they were making to provide all this money to the immigrants, and when you think about that, like if they're spending $1.8 billion on immigration, but then at the same time telling black people that we can't afford to remodel your school, we can't afford new textbooks, we can't afford to give you guys more jobs, then maybe not the immigrants specifically are stealing from black people, because of course they're not in the government making these decisions, but it's Democrats who are in New York, in Chicago, in Boston, who are taking all this state money that they claim they don't have to support the black community, and figuring out a way how they can get this money and take care of it for illegal immigrants, right? So if you're taking from a people who don't have a lot and giving it to people who just got here, who cannot provide for themselves because they just got here, then if you're allowing these people to stay and you're continuing to fund their lifestyle, is that not stealing?
What are you even talking about, bro? Saying so? I guess both of y'all work nights. What the hell are you talking about?
We both what?
Work nights. I don't know what he's talking about. And as far as it's and for the dude that's asking what state we live in, red state. I don't live in a red state. I live in a blue state. I live in California, Los Angeles to be exact. One of the most liberal
But you
cities.
grew up in a red state, but
But
we
we
grew up in a
both grew
black
up. I was going to say that, but we both were born and raised
Democrat
in a red
in
state.
a Democrat county. Yeah, Memphis vote Democrat every year, and look at Memphis. Um, And that's the same thing that Trump is saying. That's why Trump was able to get so many black people to vote for him, because he said, y'all been voting Democrat for 60 years and y'all still last
And
place.
nothing has happened.
Nothing has happened
That's
for
what
y'all.
bothers me
What
the
do
most
y'all
with
what do
it.
y'all lose by voting for me? The Democrats ain't giving you nothing, and we ain't gonna give you nothing. You might as well take a chance on voting for the Republicans. I mean, the Democrats ain't giving you shit, so I mean, Trump. If anything, at least we benefit from Trump, because Trump getting them immigrants up out of here. At least we benefit from that, because now they got to start back hiring us, because now they need us in the employment sector now, because they ain't got. I live in a flip state like Arizona. We flipped a few times. We
Yeah,
went
she in a
Republican,
swing
we
state.
went Democrat, and um we went to we went back Republican. I think we voted for Trump this past year. And then
Yeah, they won Trump this year, but the year before that, Biden won Arizona, if I'm
yeah,
not mistaken, right?
but then we voted for Trump the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, Trump is probably. I mean, see, I would argue shit. We damn near get more out of get more from Trump ass.
And then this is another thing. You know what's also crazy? If you was to listen to us right now, you would think we're probably pro Trump, and we're not. That's the crazy part. But that it's just a testament to let you know that the Democrats has been fucking us over for so long that we're questioning why are y'all in such defense of them. We're not pro Trump, but we're also not so stupid that be like everything Trump does is bad for us, because it's just simply not true. You say pro America, man, to a degree, I can say that. Oh no, like I do live here. If we was to go to war, obviously I'm going for us, because I mean, shit.
See, he said Democrat. He said immigrants come here begging. The fuck you mean? Why do people have an issue? We have an issue because they're spending our tax dollars on that. While at the same time telling us that they can't afford to build in our community with our tax dollars. But some kind of way, when them illegal immigrants came, they were able to find money to afford to pay them money. So
Which tells
that's the issue that Black America has. We have a lot of Black men who aren't working. We have a lot of our schools are behind. We don't have money for schools. We don't have money for jobs for Black people. You guys won't invest in us at all. But when the immigrants come, you guys are able to renovate buildings and make housing for them. How many homeless Black people are out here in the world, out here in Chicago?
especially in
But
LA.
yet you can, right, you can renovate a school and make it apartments for illegal immigrants, but then you tell homeless Black people we can't afford to provide housing to everyone. That's why we have a problem, because ultimately, if I'm a taxpayer in Chicago, do I want my taxpayer dollars to feed the other Black people that are struggling in America, that's been in America for their whole lives and their family comes from America, or somebody from a South America, Central America that just came here illegally? So where you think my loyalty is gonna lie? With the Black people. We need to be supported. Then you can find money to support people who just got here who haven't paid taxes at all.
All I'm gonna say is for the ones that's getting upset about it, I can see this is a touchy thing, especially for the Hispanic community.
Yeah,
I don't have I
go
don't
ahead.
have anything against the Hispanic. I got a lot of Hispanics that I'm cool with, but at the same time, you got to just look at it from this perspective. If you let's just use your own personal house, you got a family, and let's just say your doors is always open. You had a family of five. You get enough food, water, and electricity and all of that to be able to afford a house of, let's say, of seven people. But then some strangers figure out, that they just freely let people come in there, and then 5 extra people come in there to the point that now you don't have enough to feed your own. You're gonna see a problem with that, and that's what's happening here.
Can I were you done?
Yeah, yeah, I'm done.
I wanted to respond to a comment, and this to me is just, are you a liberal? Damn, Mike Lopez. Obviously, you're
I think
Latino.
he obviously is.
Yeah, obviously, you're Latino, of some descent. But my parents came here under the Reagan administration legally to work in a farm. How did my parents' patents really? How did my patents stole black jobs? Would you like to work on a farm? Our ancestors worked on farms for years for free. So if you're saying under the Reagan administration, I'm sure that there were plenty of black people who were working on farms. Obviously, the times have changed. Um, so I don't. Of course, we're not talking about every last one of you guys, right? But if 10 million of you come over here in 4 years, and let's just say 5 million of you guys got housing, jobs, food stamps, social security. I heard y'all was getting social security, the nerve. They tell Americans, period, that
Let's see who did that
you,
shit.
after you have paid into social security for years, you are not getting your social security, but had a nerve to give immigrants social security. Now, that's just my, but you see our frustration with the Democratic Party and how they treat immigrants. The package that they gave immigrants could have been reparations for black people, but they ain't trying to do that. They could have
Also,
been helping black people with this money that they giving to immigrants, but they not. But then you want to sit back and tell black people, shut up, keep paying your taxes, keep paying your taxes, and keep voting for Democrats, even though we gonna send all of our support, all of our money to illegal immigrants who come here or legal immigrants that come here, right? Fuck that you got a homeless population. Fuck that you got single parents struggling. Fuck that your community's in the trash. Fuck that your last place. We want you to keep doing what you're doing so we can facilitate illegal immigration. So I think it's messed up. Now imagine your parents. Now imagine 10 million black people fled to Venezuela, right? 10 million black people fled to Venezuela saying that we gotta come here, but we can't afford to eat. And then Venezuela take $10 billion and give it to black people in Venezuela, black people who just came to Venezuela. The Venezuelans are gonna have a big issue with that. How
every
the
other
hell?
country would.
Yeah,
That's the
any
thing.
other country
Y'all
would.
mad at the people that's saying this, but no other country would let um people from another country just freely roam here, take jobs, take money and stuff like that, and be okay with it. We're the only ones that's trying to
That
defend it.
expects to be okay with it. No other citizens of other countries would be okay with 8 million black Americans showing up at their border telling them we can't afford housing, we have nowhere to stay, we need assistance to feed our kids from the government being able to facilitate all this money for these people to be able to do this, and then the citizens are like, wait a fucking minute, how are y'all able to afford this when we're literally starving and it's our money? No, y'all just want black people to sit back and shut up. That is not fair. And what have the Democrats done specifically for black people? Because all this money was specifically for immigrants. No citizen benefited from what they were doing to to house the immigrants. So we see Democrats doing shit specifically for specific groups of people. So then when it comes to black people, oh, we can't do anything for people specifically for the black people, but you sure the hell can do something specifically for the immigrants. Specifically for the immigrants.
Asian community, every other community but us for the most part.
But then the other communities, when we try to speak out about it, the other communities are like, how dare you? How dare you sit back and continue to take nothing and shut up while they help us? How insane is that? Sit back while the Democrats help us. So no, that's not fair. We're not sitting back watching it. That's why I'm so happy black people are starting to wake up and not vote for Democrats. I just wish it was a lot more. I just
And you ain't even got to vote Republican. Just don't vote Democrat. That's my thing. Shit. If you want to vote for an independent party, go ahead. Just don't vote for them motherfuckers.
I think it's unrealistic for you to think Trump has never said anything that you agree with. I think that's unrealistic, and you must not watch him. Because, for example, like, not saying that Trump is telling the truth, he very much may be lying, but if he says something, you be like, damn, I could agree with that. But of course, when he gets in power, he doesn't do it. That's why I don't vote for his ass, right? And of course he's racist, so I'm never gonna vote for him. So I think it's unrealistic for you to think that anything Trump has said is not wasn't positive. So for example, I'll bring up the Ukraine war. They were having a debate with Kamala Harris, and Trump was saying that the Democrats are pushing for nuclear war with Russia. That is something I completely agree with. He said that I'll have that war ended in 3 days. Now, if that was his plan, that was definitely, and he has pulled out of that war. You don't even hear us talking about Ukraine war
I
anymore.
actually forgot
So
about the shit.
exactly, that's because Trump pulled out. He said, "I'm not finna start no nuclear war with Russia." Russia is a nuclear owned country, armed country, and you guys are playing nuclear war with Putin, the bad guy that y'all claim he's so bad. But I'm not doing that. You're gonna get us all killed. How can you not agree with that? How could you not
Is
agree with that?
and to be honest with you, Ronald, you know I got love and respect for you, but I think you're accusing us of exactly what you're doing. To be honest with you, because to say that Trump hasn't said anything to say that we're confused, no, there's absolutely zero chances that you can tell me of all the things Trump has said and done, none of it has been to your that can benefit anything, or none of it was positive in your mind. There's no way you can say that.
And
Trust me,
then
my mom is nowhere near a Trump fan. She doesn't like him. But even she was forced to say certain things. Damn, I can't lie. She didn't say damn because my mom was a Christian. She don't curse. But I'm just saying, she had to admit, like, yeah, he did that. I can't even deny that. She was even having to do it. So if my mama can agree that some of the stuff Trump did it wasn't bad, bro, come on.
and and oh my god, and this is the thing with liberals. If you do not agree with them, you got to be ignorant, you got to be uneducated, you got to be dumb. Damn,
All of
we
that
can't have a different of a we
constant
can't have a
attack
different
proves
of
you don't agree
opinion
with that.
without somebody being without I'm being dumb because I don't necessarily agree. You don't agree with me, so I'm dumb and undereducated. Oh my God. And this is why the liberals, oh, I just wish black America would wake the fuck up. Because as soon as you're talking to a black liberal, they can be worse than white liberals. They just now I'm dumb and undereducated because we don't agree. Because I said that Trump said something positive one time.
Brian, stop being ignorant as hell, bro.
It's crazy like that, and I'm shocked by that comment coming from you, because I usually agree with you somewhat, so I'm very I that uh I'll move on. Cash form is not a form of reparations that's available to any citizen. I don't hate immigrants. I hate when the Democrats use tax. I hate when Democrats tell black people that they can't afford to do nothing in their community to help them. But I want you to vote for us. But then they figure out how they can fund billions of dollars for illegal immigrants. So it's not that I hate immigrants. It has really nothing to do with them. It has
At all.
what it has to do is Democrats, and their loyalty to immigration at this. It's really the replacement theology that they
He
have.
said two overprivileged black Americans.
Overprivileged.
That's what we are.
You know what? I would agree with that. Not all black Americans get to do what I do and make the money, but I have to still rep for the people who I grew up with. So even though I'm sitting comfortably in my house, I have to think about people who don't make the money that I make that is not in my position. So I'm always going to be thinking about the lowest person in my community and advocating for them. Like I'll be on here advocating for Section 8. I've never been on Section 8, never lived that life, but we need it for single black moms and single black dads. Yeah. hmm
Mhm.
So yeah, the lowest person in the community, I'm going to advocate for.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Demarcus. I'm not familiar with these people that you're asking about, so I can't answer that for you.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't care.
Who is
Just
DT or Ross Perot? Who is that? Donald. I'm guessing you meant Donald Trump. I'm guessing. I just figured that out. DT is Donald Trump. Hold up. But who is Ross Perot? I don't know who that is.
I do. I do think Bernie Sanders had a better chance to do better than Trump. But let me just get a disclaimer because Bernie Sanders is a deep state operation, controlled opposition, right? He gonna always go with the Democrats. He don't give a damn if he sell us out. But I do think that he's gonna. Um, I do think that he is going to. He could have done better than Biden because at least he had a more populist message. And but then when they be campaigning, they say all type of shit, and then they get in there and not do it. So, that's what the Democrats tell. That's what the Democrats get in there and do. Um, what you was about to say, Jamie?
Oh, so that's what that is. I so like, bro, I have no idea what you're talking about.
But who was that other person? Ross
I don't know.
Perot. I don't know him, but would y'all say that Donald Trump or y'all? I don't know who that is.
Obama
He
helped
should
the
not be raised.
LGBTQ community more than his own community. How is that Mexicans' fault? Obama deported. See, this is the thing. You being
He,
very emotional now, Mike, because we're not
Mhm.
saying anything against Mexicans. You're making it about Mexicans,
Where you
and I
at?
agree.
What
Donald
comment
Trump
is
didn't do.
that?
I mean, Obama didn't do shit for us. You're right.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Mexicans work day to day and ask your partner. I You being emotional. I can't. I can't. I can't. I don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, bro. They getting.
Who lives in LA? We don't take anything for free. Are you for real?
Hold on, who said that?
Mike Lopez. Are you for real? Are you denying that the government was the last Biden administration wasn't didn't spend billions of dollars collectively on illegal immigration? And again, we're not just talking about Mexicans because we know that there's Latino people from all type of Southern American countries who are migrating here. So for you to sort of pick out Mexicans, a lot of Mexicans are U.S. citizens because they sort of been here. So
Actually, living here in LA, there is a lot of Mexicans that also agree with ICE. They're saying they don't want the
they
illegal.
do.
Yeah, it's a lot of them. I promise you.
They do. They do
Like
agree
me,
with
every
ICE.
every election, what is presidential, the local elections and stuff like that, I work with them, and trust me, they come in there and say it. They be like, bro, I don't agree with them being here, coming here illegally. They said my family had to work hard to come here, and then y'all get to just slip under the cracks and get free benefits. That shit ain't fair. A lot of them think that.
Um, yeah, completely agree. They voted half of the Latino community voted for
Hmm.
Trump.
They
That's who
did.
you need. That's who live you need to be on arguing and fighting with them, because let black people voted overwhelmingly for the Democrats, and that's
For
who you want to
Democrat,
win,
exactly.
right? So I don't know why you're sitting in our chat arguing with us. You should be opening your own Latino chat and telling your other Latino people that they need to vote to support you guys' interests, right? Instead of trying to force black people to agree with y'all's agenda. Um, yeah,
That's
so
all
it's
this
so, but
gaslighting.
again, if they're liberal and you don't agree with them, They turn into Trump as the Republicans. And also, while you're in there, are telling them to about voting, make sure you talk about the racism too. Make sure you add that in there. Add that in there. Y'all got your own shit y'all need to work on. I don't know why you're sitting here arguing with two black people who are advocating for their own community. We're advocating for our community. What do you expect for us to advocate for y'all? And we're last place. Y'all come here doing better than us.
Yeah, user, I get that comment every day. A newer person coming in and tell me that. I get tired
Telling
of
you what?
what
Telling you what, Jamie?
you're not the ugly or whatever. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, you do
I
get
get
that a
that every
lot.
day.
Obama helped the LGBT community than more than his own people. How is that Mexicans' fault? Obama deported a bunch of illegals as well, but at least nobody got unalived during the process.
I give you
Um,
that. But I will say this, at least as far as we know. But I'll say this. We also didn't see, like, for instance, I wasn't gonna touch on this, right? But there has been new footage that has surfaced because we just covered the Alice Preddy situation Wednesday, right? There has been new footage that came out that showed what happened before the incident that we were talking about. And Alice Preddy was attacking the ICE agents, spitting on them, breaking they um they tail lights out. Like I saw this with my own eyes. So you can't say he was all the way in the wrong. Does that justify him to die? No. But they tried to make it seem like he was just minding his own business and it happened.
right, Jamie, but you know that if he did that previously with an hour ago or a day ago or a week ago or 30 minutes ago, that doesn't justify the shooting at the time. He wasn't a danger at the time that they killed him, right?
Hmm.
So I could have been raised in all type of hell. But when you come to arrest me for all the crimes that I committed, if I'm not a threat and you execute me in the back of my head, then you know that doesn't justify you killing me. But that's what's be happening a lot of times. A lot of times with black people, that's how it happens. Is that they get into a fight with a police officer
And
or
they remember that
yeah,
shit.
yeah, oh yes.
Mhm.
Or they say, well, when he was in the car, he brandished a weapon at me. That's how that boy in Cleveland got shot all the time. Oh, he threw out a gun. He showed me a gun, and then he got out of the car and started running. So that gives them that tells somehow tell the police, oh, that's justifiable when I stand back, aim, and shoot him in the back, right? So so that's so again, Mike Lopez, and I do appreciate this back and forth that you and I have. I think I think you've been respectful for the most part, and I hope
Yes.
that I have too. If I've offended you in any way, I don't intend on, but I do think it's a fruitful conversation. And again, I think that you're trying to make it about, you're trying to say that we're blaming the immigrants. I have nothing against the immigrants. I have a issue with the Democratic Party who uses taxpaying dollars to pay for illegal immigration and immigration, people who want to come to this country for a better life. I have a problem with them spending billions of dollars to support them while telling black people that I want you to vote for us and we're gonna and we don't have the money to afford to do anything for your community. So it's
Yeah.
not about illegal immigration. It's not about Mexicans. I'm not blaming. I have nothing against people coming over here. What I have a problem with is the Democratic Party. And I think that's your issue, is because you want us to be okay with the Democratic Party spending our tax paying dollars on immigration instead of our own communities, right?
Because I'm
I just
pretty
do have a
sure y'all
problem
wouldn't
with
be
that.
okay with that if the shoes was on the other side. Like if y'all
No.
was spending all of y'all hard on money on taxes, and us as blacks were coming over here illegally, and we were getting all this money, y'all go working y'all ass off, getting treated
Exactly.
like shit in your homes in your community, and we just come over here. They give us hella money to stay, put us up in a nice place, give us way more food stamps than you're getting, way more cash aid than you're getting, and we're living comfortably. And then the same party that you're voting for, they're telling you we don't have enough for you, even though you're a natural citizen. That's bullshit, and you know you wouldn't like that.
You would not agree with that. You would not agree with that. So don't expect black people. Not all black. It's a lot of black people that have no problem with. Obviously, 80%, 98% of black women voted for Kamala's ass after they played in their face for 4 years. We voted 98% of black women voted for Trump. I mean, Kamala ass. So it's not even like a large portion of black people, and we out vote our men all the time. Every election we outvote them.
Mm-hmm.
So majority, safe to say, and then it was a high percentage of black men who voted for Kamala ass too.
78%.
Yeah, so a lot of black people are willing and ready to sit back and watch the Democrat money spend all their money on illegal immigration. A lot of black people are willing to do that. But I think it'll be far more of you guys not okay with the Mexican government political party, Red, was spending all of your hard earned tax dollars to benefit these 10 million black people who showed up at your border telling the government take care of us, and you guys actually doing it while telling you we can't afford to give you food stamps, we can't afford to build your community, we can't afford to do any of that, but we still want y'all to vote for us next election because Mexican party A wants to stay in power.
And if
Like,
you don't vote for them, you ain't black.
and if you don't support us sending your money to the illegal immigrants and the legal immigrants, then you ain't black. Y'all
All
would
right.
not be okay for this, so it's not cool. But I do appreciate the back and forth.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to
Okay.
this next topic though. Why aren't who working this Friday? What you mean? You don't think I'm working right now?
Ronald, I don't understand that statement. White people created white supremacy in the Renaissance period. So I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand what you're saying. White. So who created white supremacy if white people did? And when you say, and then when I say white people, I mean they're them as a collective unit, withstanding their individual ethnicities, right? Because we know that some of them are European, some of them are Irish, some of them are Italian, some of them are from all these other European countries. So as a collective in America, we call them white people, regardless of what ethnicity they're from, right? This country was stolen for white supremacy, for white people, because you're going to send the worst of the worst to this new country called America, right?
All right. So it's
Damn.
another really quick. It's another thing I want to cover. So it's crazy. It's within this same realm. It was a black woman. I forgot exactly what her job was, but I'll play the video. Basically, some of her coworkers were working a scheme where basically they were selling fake license and stuff to immigrants without them taking their test and actually being able to drive and stuff like that. And basically this woman, she called it out and basically exposed them and they fired her for it. So I thought that was very interesting that you got fired for doing the right thing. So that tells me that pretty much the top whoever's at the top of that company knew about it, and you ain't supposed to have been interfering with what was going on with that. I think they said they were charging them $200 a head for the licenses that they were selling them.
I saw that. I saw
Yeah.
that.
Crazy, right?
Right. But I mean, these companies can fire you for anything. They ain't, they ain't gotta have no reason. And if you're willing to jeopardize my system, then of course I'm gonna fire you for any damn thing. I don't give a damn what you do.
The mind says it's time for us to vote for Jasmine Crockett. She will never get my vote. I'm telling you that shit right now.
I mean, she gonna have to completely do a fucking backflip to get my goddamn vote. I mean,
Right.
complete backflip. First of all, she has to unregister as a Democratic candidate. I'm not voting for Jasmine Crockett if she's a Democrat, because she's just gonna do what the Democrats want. I don't need another blackface Barack Obama.
That's exactly what it's gonna be.
I don't need that. I don't need another blackface if you're still gonna do the white liberals bidding. So she's gonna have to reclassify herself. And she gonna have to do a whole backflip.
Anyway, I'm about to share this video really quick.
What was going on? The undocumented workers would come into the office in groups. They would provide them either permits or driver's license illegally. So they will bypass without even taking the test.
How much?
$200 per person.
Up to 5 times a day, she says. Was this an everyday thing?
Almost, yes.
I first reported on the driver's license fraud investigation in April after getting my hands on one of the state's revocation letters. We learned the transportation cabinet sent more than 1,500 of them in 5 months, telling drivers their license was issued in air and must be returned or they could be criminally charged. At the time, state officials confirmed at least 2 terminations and ongoing state and federal investigations focused on the NIA Center in West Louisville and the E-Town license branch. But they denied all of our records requests, withholding 2,300 documents on the fraud. Mormon's story fills in the blanks.
I found out it may have been going on for a couple of years before it was found out.
We're told it wasn't as simple as people getting state-issued driver's license or permits without taking a test. She says 2 of her colleagues at the NIA Center approached her with a business venture, asking if she wanted to get in on the scheme.
I was asked to bring certain customers in, and they are brought in to me without signing in. And you would scan their documents as usual.
Documents made to look legitimate, like birth certificates and social security cards, according to the letter she wrote to the state. But a key to pulling off this scheme was making sure the required Homeland Security screening was never run.
I start getting these emails saying, are you doing this? Are you doing this? Are you doing this?
And that's where it unraveled. She says those workers were using her login, a password she says her bosses made her share, as all workers at the driver's license branch did not have their own. Mormon was training to be.
That is crazy. That is
I
crazy.
believe it.
I believe it. Well, I'm saying I don't think she got no lie to just come, no reason to just come out and lie about this shit.
Hell no, I believe it.
So that would explain also the reason why motherfuckers can't drive out here. They getting these damn
For sure in Arizona.
in Memphis too. Hell, but I don't think Memphis got that many.
It's good. It's coming up. Y'all
It is.
put y'all foot down now. When I go home, I think it's the first time I mentioned it, I probably thought about it. Was like I think I went home like probably like summertime or something like that. And I'm riding around Memphis, I'm like, what is going on? Where the hell all these people coming from? Because it's usually white and black. It ain't even Native Americans in Memphis. So it's usually white people or black people. But now you see Mexicans and
There's a lot of them.
that
They got their own
Latino
community.
people. And they own and have the nerve to have their own community. Where the
Yeah,
hell
they
these
do.
people come from? It's almost like they dropping them all. Because who wants to move to Memphis? It's literally the most dangerous city in America right now.
I know more.
This word,
Trump don't put the work on them folks there.
mine. But I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen like, just like, them I haven't seen anything crazy, but I definitely noticed that somebody who grew up in Memphis, that it's a lot of other races in Memphis right now. Which I don't know. Long as the Democrats don't have a plan to replace us.
Yeah, see, this is yeah, this is another thing that I think we didn't talk on, which is the Taj, when he was on here, he confirmed it because Taj used to work with the really close with the Democratic Party at one point, and he was saying that part of their plan was to replace the black people with immigrants. Like he was saying that because he's saying for one thing, dealing with what they're dealing with now, the rednecks in the South, they they wanted to have a support system they can rely on outside of the black people because we wasn't really doing what they wanted us to do, and we were starting to become too expensive for them.
And we started asking for shit. The nerve of these
Right.
niggas to ask for something
Expensive.
for they vote. The nerve. So we got to figure out another group that we got to cater to.
Democrats love stupid people, but they love educated idiots even more. I mean, I can agree with that. I can absolutely agree with that. 1 second. Brother calling it.
Okay, I'm gonna address the comments. Okay, let me see. I didn't even see that comment that he just read. Um. Oh, okay. Democrats love stupid people, but they love educated idiots anymore. You know who I think? Who I think the Democrats like? I think the Democrats like people who are comfortable. People who are comfortable with their living. Because if you're real comfortable, you're likely not gonna want any change. Because you're comfortable, right? And so, um, and if you have some, big bad guy like Trump coming in trying to change all that, right? That will want you may even rebel on what he's proposing. I think they
Both,
like people who are educated and are
both parties are reptilian. I believe it. I believe that there's something wrong with them motherfuckers.
honestly, it seemed like the Republicans are at least give you a little wiggle room to completely disagree because some of them like for example, this kind of is his sort of his example. Like some Republicans, if as a Democrat, if you say you pro life, you can't be a Democrat. They want you to be full on board with being able to terminate a pregnancy. You can't you can't even think that you want to be pro life in the Democratic Party. But I think it's not one list versus the other. I think that you can be somewhere in the middle of both of them.
You, I said this before on this show before, and I'm gonna say it again. One of the major differences between Democrats and Republicans, and I'm talking about as far as the citizens, is I noticed when it comes to people that are Republican, you can have a conversation with them. Even if you're a Democrat, you can have a conversation with a Republican, from my experience. And they won't just straight up start attacking you because you disagree with them. They'll have this is black Republicans at least. Um, they'll try to convince you on why they're Republican, opposed to attacking you the reason why you're not. All the Democrats do is come with attacks. You stupid, you dumb, and they be the dumbest people. I promise you, they do. that you stupid, you ignorant, you uneducated, and then when you question them on their stance on why, majority of them can't articulate themselves to even explain why they feel that way. It's just straight hatred.
Completely agree. That's why every time we disagree with a liberal, they go straight to insulting or your intelligence.
That's what they do immediately because they're
You're
after them.
just not smart enough to understand. You're just not smart enough to understand. It's just ridiculous. But that's what they do to keep black people in their place. And then black people do it to other black people.
Especially us, yeah, we do it to each other way more. The moment you deemed, oh, he's not on our side, he's stupid, he's a spoon,
Mhm.
he's dumb, he's uneducated, he's confused.
Then the nerve, and then you know what's crazy is then you be like, name one thing the Democrats have done specifically for black people to help us do anything.
They can
They,
never
they
name it.
can
That's
never
the
like
craziest part.
you saw the dude yesterday. He named Obamacare, and I'm sitting there like, what is that? Are you insane? Are you insane?
Appreciate the light, salty spotted dog.
Like, are you insane? And then it goes back to, well, they can't he can't specifically do anything for a one particular race, and you be like, we seen him
Candy.
do it.
And Taj, it's like shout out to Taj. It's like he said last Wednesday. Trump showing you that he's exposing Obama even more because they kept telling us that Obama couldn't do this for us and he couldn't do that, but Trump is managing to be able to do shit for his people. How is he being
Hmm.
able to do it, but Obama couldn't? And like you said last Wednesday, you was like, it seems like the Democrats are always powerless when it comes to us. But when the Republicans get in office, they can do everything.
Everything.
It's really crazy.
Anything. They can do anything they want, and the Democrats are powerless. But then when the Democrats get in office, the Republican can slash everything they try to do. We ain't agreeing in that. We ain't doing that,
Mhm.
and they can't. Now they have to look to us and say we ain't. Like for example, like the loan forgiveness, like the student loan forgiveness. Biden ran on getting us student loan forgiveness 25,000. I think that's what I was eligible for. We didn't get that. Some kind of way the Republicans were able to strike that down. Some kind of way. Some kind of way.
I am in LA. She is in Phoenix, protecting voting rights and then. Okay, this nigga been doing some IMDb stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go to this next segment. Now, this one right here really finna get some niggas mad. Some niggas about to come out the woods now.
Now the liberals about to come out the woodwork.
They about to get mad as a motherfucking
They finna whoop your ass. You better not talk about benefiting. You better not talking about giving black people jobs.
day.
You better not. How dare you think about giving black people jobs and not?
And we're gonna talk about this on Black Chat Chronicles too. This is definitely gonna happen. But I gotta do it. So Wednesday, me, Taj, and Solo was having a conversation, and I came up with this idea, right? Because this is the thing. Um they want blacks to support with, you know, with defending against ICE and stuff like that. But as we have talked about here, there's really no incentive for us to do so. Like it's really not going to benefit us at all to risk our lives, our livelihood, our freedom to try to go up against ICE when keeping a lot of them here is actually going against us. So it kind of doesn't make sense, right? So what I proposed was like, well, Trump, you see how hard you having with ICE trying to get these people out of here. Maybe a good idea if you really want to get them out of here is hire niggas to help you get them out of here. These same niggas that's causing all this hell and stuff like that. Some of the niggas You can lower their sentences and stuff like that, and pay them niggas and pay the blacks $100 per hour. And I promise you, them niggas gonna get these illegals that you try to get up out of here, come get up out of here. So Donald Trump, if by any kind of way you so happen to see this message, if you really want to get them out of here, because this is the thing, you got a lot of broke, poor blacks that's struggling really bad and they need jobs. The problem is most of the jobs they look at it as like, bruh, it's not enough. So I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing, illegal activities, selling drugs, whatever it is they're doing. But if you offer niggas $100 per hour to fight for them to get help deport some of them motherfuckers out, you can call them a spoon all you want to. Niggas gonna sign up for that job. Oh, okay, he talking about him. God damn.
Get some of them YNs.
Get some of them damn YNs.
They need jobs.
Hold up. Damn.
They need jobs, y'all. How what better we let them get off that energy? Cause black men have to get their energy out. All boys do, cause y'all have a certain gene. I don't remember the name of it. What is it? Testosterone. Y'all need to get their energy out. Get them white ends out there running them streets, man. Them folks gonna be running towards the border.
Go sit their ass out, boy.
But it's okay for our YNs to be crazy because they killing black people.
Yep.
They hunting black people, so it's okay for them to be YNs. They can do whatever they want as long as they stay in the hood. I mean, that's what you send. That's basically what you send them over to different countries to do. You grab them out of the hood. You create monsters. Let's just be honest. Then you call them soldiers, but they really be ready to kill, right?
I seen a video
Ready
yesterday.
to train them to be killers, right?
I seen a video yesterday that was crazy. I think it was up in Texas. I don't know if it was one YN or it was a couple of them, but the police was having the time of their life trying to take their food down. They said that food let off like 200 rounds.
Damn.
And it was on video, like the police ducking and stuff. All you see, somebody was playing with them. I was like, this ain't funny, but at the same time, bro, y'all need to get these. If y'all get these little niggas some purpose, it could be used for the right cause, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, what did I miss? She said Ronald is crazy. What happened?
You talking about Roland? Oh, are you talking about Roland Martin? What's the dude
Roland? She said Roland. Okay, got it.
You talking about that Democratic talking head?
That nigga's a clown.
He is a clown. I don't even understand how black people can sit there and watch him.
Because he's saying the shit they want to hear. This is the thing. You don't have to make sense when you're on their side. All you gotta do is be saying what they want to hear, and they'll think you somebody intelligent.
That's insane. Roland Martin is a coon if you've ever seen one.
Mm-hmm.
He been telling you to vote Democrat for how long, and what have you gotten? Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Just like DL, and that's what be killing me about DL. You don't hear nothing from DL when it's time to vote Democrat. He get his funds.
I can't stand DL. Me
I
personally,
cannot stand him.
Roland Martin. I cannot stand that nigga. Because all he do is sit there. Because I would have more respect for people like them if they weren't so disingenuous. Like if they were able to, some of the time when they see something good on the other side, share that too. Or when you see the bad stuff on the Democratic side, you share that as well. But it's strictly you only trashing Trump 24/7. But you see,
24/7.
but you see all this bull crap going on to your people that you claim you're for on the left side, that Democrats, you'll ignore that shit. So that tells me, bro, you're not serious. You pushing an agenda.
Pushing an agenda. It's so crazy to me. It's so
Jasmine
crazy to
Crockett,
me.
we already shared what our thoughts on Jasmine Crockett. She got to stop. She got to stop sucking up for them damn Democrats. I won't attack her personally, but like, bro, she got to stop. She got to stop being like that.
That's so messed up. It's so I'm not voting for another black Democrat. I ain't voting for
Me,
another Democrat either though.
me, I don't plan to either, unless one of them can come out that do something amazing which I don't think is possible running under that party. But
Absolutely not. You know what's crazy? And I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the last election I voted for Jill Stein. Now y'all may be shocked that I voted for Jill Stein, right? But
yeah.
what was crazy was that Jill Stein can have a whole black agenda on her profile where she's laid out everything that she plans on doing for black people, specifically for black people, right? And black Democrats will tell you, don't vote for her. Don't vote for her. Don't vote for her. Don't vote for somebody who has a black agenda.
Hmm.
And they like to then they use, like Candace says, they use our emotions. Well, Trump is going to do this if he gets in office. Oh, your vote doesn't count.
Matter of fact, let's touch on that really quick before we get up out of here. That's another thing that I thought was crazy. And I used to tell folks this. What happened to Project 2025?
They implementing that motherfucker. Oh my God, yes. Trump is implementing, it just isn't called Project 2025. He's just taking bits and pieces of it and slowly implementing it into the government. But at the time that they were scaring us with Project 2025, it was already being implemented. I mean, at least certain states had implements of 20 Project 2025. But I mean, he's just slowly implementing it. But I don't understand why they was trying to scare us with Project 2025. But um, but that's black people's reality. That's black people's reality, and it has been our reality for centuries. Project 2025. It's insane.
Now I'm gonna say this. I really wish Taj was here for this. I'll ask him the same thing. I guess Sunday. But a lot of the stuff that I was told that was in there, obviously I wasn't gonna read all that bullshit. But you ask me, it hasn't been any different from the shit that's been going on the recent years. Now, if someone could tell me something significant that was said that was supposed to happen, I'm all ears. But I truly want to know. Don't you know it's been systematically implemented? The Republican Party has been very patient and methodical and setting us back. And this is my thing. I think the Democrats has been doing the same thing. So,
The exact same
so
thing.
that's what I'm pointing towards. How is it any different? Because I haven't noticed any difference. That's what
No,
I'm trying to figure
the
out.
Democrats do the exact same thing, and this is the issue: is that y'all want us to believe that the Republican parties are these big bad wolves, while they're doing all of this, and literally, the Democrats are the exact same people.
It's just done differently. That's what I've been trying to get people to see. It's not so much that I'm pro Republican and saying, hey, everyone should be supporting Trump. I've said it multiple times that that's not the case. But what I am saying is Democrats are full of shit and y'all try to act like they're not.
Like, it's insane. Like the Democrats. Okay, let's just say that the Republicans are doing that and the Democrats are not. Let's just say that that's the case, right? Are you now expecting us to vote for the Democrats because they're not pushing us back nor pushing us forward, and they're not doing anything for us? My argument is that neither one of them are doing anything for us.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that you should vote for the Republicans, but let's talk about why you're voting for the Democrats.
Yeah, that's what I used to try to get my mom to see. I used to be like, Mama, it's not so much that I'm pro Republican. I'm just trying to get y'all. The only reason why it kind of seemed like it is because all of our people are pro Democrat and we shouldn't be. So it seems like you're defending the Republicans so much. But I'm trying to get to shine some light on they has been fucking us over for almost a century now. And we haven't gotten anything for it.
So I'm definitely not encouraging you to vote Republican, but I want to know, what exactly do black people get out of voting for the Democrats? You're not. We know we're not getting shit from the Republicans, but what is it that the Democrats do that are to earn our votes? I just told you 98% of black women voted for Kamala as after she sat there in an interview and said she's not doing shit specifically for us. And she's not for
And
us.
made and basically made fun of us by having all them
And made
entertainers come out.
fun of us, laughed at us. If they were to ask her whether she's going to do something specifically for that Middle Eastern country that we do not talk about, she would absolutely say, "I plan on standing with them, behind them, toe to toe." Did she laughed at black people when they asked for something? So, I mean, I just don't think that black people need to continue to allow the Democratic Party to play in their face. Then we vote for them 80%, 98% of the time. And then,
Shit.
especially on, if you're talking about international policy, the Democrats and the Republicans are both doing that Middle Eastern country that we can't talk about, doing their bidding. So I know a lot of Americans don't vote based on international policy. Probably last year was probably the most, like a lot of people voted based on international policy, which never happens. Americans don't vote based on what America is doing around the world. We vote on what they're doing inside the country, right? But a lot of Republicans, they vote. I feel like more Republicans vote based on international policy because they want America to stay number one, right? They want America to stay number one in the world. And really, Democrats, they don't really vote for international policy. You know, the destruction of Democrats do get swept under the rug by mainstream media. Um, 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 well, for the Independent Party, I voted for Jill Stein. It's the Green Party, and they have a dude out there in California named Ronald Ware. He an Independent Party. If I was in California, I would vote for him. The only thing is that he got a wife that's not black, and you know that bothers me.
Who you talking about?
Ronald Ware.
Uh,
He was Jill Stein's vice president. The Democratic president pacified us with, okay, all of that, all of that, all of that, all of that. Okay, and what has that exactly gotten us? Are we still last place? I mean, I, like I remember being in South Africa and I was on my way back to the airport, and one of the South Africans, they made the argument to me, well, black people are doing well in America, and I say, well, I think a lot of us are doing. It's some of us that are doing well, but if you have 40 million black people in the country, and 30 million of them are living in poverty, then they're not doing well, right?
well, yeah, you know how good America is at advertising shit. They let you see what they want you to see.
Yeah. A lot, but you know what? The crazy thing is, a lot of immigrants think America is just this beautiful place and it's so nice. And the crazy thing is, they think that they're gonna go get a job earning $7.25, and they're gonna be able to save money. I said, wow. I said, good.
Yeah, 725. Woo. I don't know
They're
what you
gonna be able to save money.
well, good luck to them. But yeah, I mean, you understand why they would think that
Oh, really?
though. Yo, ass.
You know what? The thing about it, Michael, I agree with Mike. I agree with Jamie ass in this live.
Stop it.
I agree with him in this live. So you gonna say I hate? I mean, I think it comes off as hate when anytime you're trying to advocate for black people, that means you hate everyone else. I don't know. I don't know. To me, I feel like I am gonna always vote for black people, and when it comes to liberals, they don't necessarily like that. They rather you vote for other people. I mean, advocate for other people. So it's just, I know, it's hard. I'm a lot. I'm a lot.
Hmm.
Um, and a lot of those things you listed, Rona, because I'm going back, a lot of those other things didn't just benefit black people. So I want something that the Democrats have done that specifically benefits black people and black people only, because the thing is that we're last place.
Yeah,
So if you
all
want
of
it to yeah, so if you want it to be, if you want to give us a leg up in this society, because we have specific history in this society, if you want us to give a leg up, it can't be available for everyone else. Just like the immigration money that you guys came up with, you guys were able to funnel all this money for illegal immigration and legal immigration, right? So that was specifically for the immigrants. That anti-Asian hate bill was specifically for a specific group of people. So we see that the Democrats have the ability to make policy specifically for certain groups of people. So, and if we're last place, we need to be helped specifically, right? Not something that you can be able to give to other races, because other races aren't in last place, and this is specifically for us. So I don't want anything that benefited everyone. I want something that benefited specifically black people and black people only, and black Americans who have been here, not black immigrants who are 1 and 2 generations in. I don't think that qualifies. The Affordable Care Act. So health insurance.
and then I
Um,
would also argue that a lot of this stuff didn't benefit us, in my opinion. I think they used it to fool us like it benefited us, but it actually didn't.
yeah, and the American. So Ronald, tell me, why have the Democrats, why have they introduced 100 bills to investigate reparations, but has yet to implement anything for reparations for Black people?
And then like you got this clown, Gavin Newsom, our current clown ass governor, that's fooling us like he's about to really do something for it because he knows he's getting ready to get out of office. That's why he's leaving us with this reparation stuff at the end, and then he's gonna let the dust clear, and he's gonna be able to say, "Well, I ain't got no control over it. I did my job." And whoever's next in line for governor is gonna be left with the mess. Now they got to make a decision, and more than likely, whoever comes after them is probably gonna try to shoot it down and say, "Oh, this ain't right. We gotta wait. We gotta wait to do this," and they're gonna keep doing the wait game. And I would love to be wrong about this because obviously I would benefit from it. But I'm just saying I don't seen it so many times that
Playing in our face.
they literally just be playing in your face, lying to you like they're gonna give you something.
Playing in our face. Every time election comes, they do something supposedly for reparations, but it's actually nothing. They're just forming a committee to investigate. Why Salt Doggy? Why Salty Spotted Dog? Why are you losing me with the reparations talk? Why is it that I'm losing you with that? What is your issue with me advocating for reparations for black people?
Yeah, I'm curious of that too, actually.
It's because how dare you ask for something specifically for black people? That's really what it is. And it is messed up because we watch them people do specific stuff specifically for different groups.
Hey, recreational use only is definitely right. We got to get out the Democratic plantation. White liberals love us as a pet, not as equals, and that's
Absolutely right.
absolutely the truth.
Absolutely. That is the truth right there.
Shout out to Demarcus. He said, "Question: If Barack Obama was married to a white woman instead of Michelle, would he have been in office as president?" I would argue no.
I would say yes because, and the reason why I would say yes is because a lot of black, first of all, you have the group that's going to vote Democrat regardless,
Mhm.
right?
You do
You
have them groups.
you do have this group that's gonna vote Democrat regardless, and then you have this group that says love is love, and you can love whoever you can't help who you fall in love with, so it's okay for him to date and marry white women.
Yeah, but when he first won, he didn't win by. I don't think he won by a landslide when he first got in office. So the black vote would have been very essential for him to win. And I would like to say, even though obviously everyone wouldn't have felt that way, but I do think a good percentage of people would have been like, he married to that white woman. I ain't voting for that.
Absolutely,
So that may could have cost him the election.
absolutely, I agree with that. Um, yeah, I agree with that, but I still think overwhelmingly that we would have voted for Obama. I think him having a black wife played a huge part in that. But I don't think a large portion of black people would have not voted for Obama if he had a white wife. I think some of us would have had an issue with that specifically, but I don't think that would have prevented him from being um, thank what him being voted in. Are you done with that comment again, Jamie? I wanted to address another
Yeah,
point.
yeah. 'Cause I know you want to go to salty, right?
Absolutely. Would you pay for something your neighbor did? Okay, so a lot of people make this argument. They say, well, I've never had a slave. I've never benefited. I never did this and I never did that. The issue is that the government, that is a debt that the government owed, right? That's going to come out of your tax paying dollars, right? Just like everything else that the government uses the taxpayer dollars for. Everything else. They used it for illegal immigrants.
Well, for me with the reparations, you gotta think about it for this spotty dog. You gotta think about this. I mean salty spotty dog. Um they gave reparations to lots of other people here in America that were mistreated, and it didn't even happen in America. You got to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Jewish people do get money for the Holocaust here. the Asian, there's a certain portion of the Asian community that receives reparations because of what happened to them, the Japanese. And then you have Armenians that actually receive funding for what happened to them. And that shit didn't even happen here. And yet the most atrocious um um thing that has ever happened in humanity that did happen on American soil. You're telling me they don't owe them nothing? Especially like if you would have been here when I shared that video of the white guy kind of breaking it down, basically they still sitting upon facts upon all. And then this is the craziest part: they gave somewhat reparations to the white slave owners who didn't have any slaves anymore, right? They gave them incentives for that. But the black people that they enslaved and abused and tore them down, they tell them, "Oh, you guys just figure it out." And then keep in mind, once we did figure it out and come up with things on our own, such as Black Wall Street, they tore that shit down. They keep doing this shit to keep us in a certain state of mind because in their mind, this is why Elon Musk recently said what he said, that if the black nation ever gets back to their position of power, that would be the end of us. So that's why they won't give it to us. But to say that we don't deserve it, saying your neighbor shouldn't, yeah, absolutely. The same reason why they give it to the other people that. And then this is the thing: the tax-paying dollars don't even have to be used to do it. A lot of people love to point out, "Oh, we don't want our tax-paying dollars to do it," but yet you're okay with them doing it for the immigrants. But
And
on top of that,
go ahead.
it can be federal funded. They
It's
print money all the
it's
freaking time.
oh my God, Jamie, this is why black people are all on their own. We have no allies. We have no allies. This person is a Native American and sitting here arguing against us for our reparations for what America did to our ancestors, right? While the Native American tribes receive funding from America yearly, right?
Right. This is
Right?
true.
But you're sitting here saying, why should I have to pay for what my neighbor did? We're literally having to pay for what America did to you guys. So you're sitting here as someone from a tribe of people who are getting federal funding from America for what America did to your people in the past. But you're sitting here telling black people, descendants of slavery, that they don't deserve reparations. So that's why I say, and then he comes with the white talking points. You know there were black slave owners as well, and you're right, ugly. You see that? That's why black people, y'all got it. We are all on our owns, right? You see that? I don't. I To me that is insane. Native but you guys were able to get funding from America from the atrocities that America did to your family.
He said that man a hypocrite.
Is that not insane? So you guys can receive funding for what America did to you guys, but absolutely not for the descendants of slavery, who arguably probably
I wish
contributed
Taj was in
more.
here for this. Damn, Taj, you should have
Arguably,
been here for this, boy.
arguably we created more wealth in America than you guys have contributed, right? Because we the ones built the country, right? Right? Now, I mean, we could just argue that. I have nothing against that. My issue is that your community and your ancestors are receiving reparations for what the government did to you guys. But then you're now telling black people, don't you reparations are a pipe dream, when somehow you guys were able to figure out how to get reparations from America. Black people, y'all hear that? We are all on our own. We cannot expect people from other races. The other Mike Lopez was in here earlier telling us that we don't need to advocate for ourselves. Let the Democrats spend their money on the immigrants. Don't advocate for yourself. Now we have a Native American in here who's receiving money from the government for what they did, and he's saying you guys don't deserve reparations. That I don't know if I don't know if I belong.
So
And
hold on.
look, look, he playing in our face. Y'all see how other he playing in our, he said, yeah, we're rolling in funds. I mean, you guys do have, I know for a fact you guys have own a lot of tribes, or
Casinos
some tribes own casinos, and you guys
for
get
sure.
either quarterly payments or monthly payments from the government for how much money those casinos make. So you guys do have some type of, now I'm not saying all of you guys are rich, but you guys definitely have land. You guys
I
definitely
want
have
to address
businesses.
what's his bet. I don't know how to pronounce this really, but I'm gonna just say 2463. You say Africa Soul Child get reparations from the Democrats and Africa, and then make sure to pay some of your reparations to the white people whose family fought to free slavery and
Oh
died.
my god. Oh my god. That's so racist.
It's so much I can say about that. So first and foremost, I think that's a myth that they're saying white people fought for us. That's not what it was about. That's the bullshit they pushed to make it seem like you had a group of them that was totally against slavery, and that's the reason why they went to civil war. That's bullshit. It was deeper than that. It was about them losing their sovereign, being sovereign. That's what really the shit was fought for. And then um, on top of that, you're saying we should give them. They still enjoying benefits right now off our labor. We aren't. So they've been paid already. So that we shouldn't give them shit. We get our majority. Hey, I'm curious. What tribe are you, Salty Spotted dog? Just curious of that. We got a majority of money from donations by the casinos. The tribal leaders screw us like Democrats screw black people. That's sad to hear, but I mean, at least y'all are receiving it though, right?
No, don't change. Don't try to say we all getting screwed, because we all are getting screwed. But claim to be at the bottom with us, and you're now advocating for us not to get any assistance from the government, while you guys are collecting benefits from the government. You no different than the damn immigrant that was in here earlier. Like, why is it that people of other races have such an issue with black people getting any type of assistance while they're then receiving it? That's because black people are all on their own. And I wanted to address the other comment about Africa stole y'all. Okay, now there is a little truth to that. I do agree that Africa owe us internal in reparations, right? But it's not at the comparison that the American government owe us. And the other thing is that a lot of white people like to switch the blame to from white people for slavery. It's not white people's fault. It's the black people in Africa who sold you guys' fault. Um, I mean, I think that this is my honest belief. My honest belief is that in slavery in America isn't the first form of slavery. There was a form of slavery, and I'm sure that at some point there was some African participation in selling us into slavery. They wasn't selling other Africans; they were selling Jews. But anyway, you go back to that, right? They're now selling Africans, right? I don't believe that I think this is my honest opinion, and maybe it's uneducated, but I think that the Africans who sold us, they believed that we were going to go through the same slavery that they participated in. They had no idea that America was going to bring us over to this country and be raping us, to hold us in captivity for 250 years, to be separating families, to be whipping us, to be killing us, to be doing all the atrocities that white America did to us, right? And only you guys look up any type of slavery in Africa is never going to be as brutal and cruelty. And the other thing about slavery in Africa is that I don't think that these people had the knew the concept of perpetual slavery, meaning that when you have kids, those kids are going to be enslaved. When you have kids, they don't, that's not the practice of slavery. So I don't think that these people expected us to go through the atrocities that white people inflicted on us once we arrived in America, right? Then you says give reparations from the Democrats and the Republic. I don't understand that. Give reparations and then make sure you pay some of your reparations to the white people whose family fought to free the slaves and died. That's so racist, sir. That's so racist. What? The black people who went through the slave, why would we give white people who fought for us to be free reparations when the actual people that were in enslavement didn't get reparations? So because they fought to free us, they get on top of the list for reparations and then the people that were actually enslaved for 250 years. I don't know to what type of race put white people on top of the racism list. I mean, on top of the reparations list. Are you are you trying to put on? That's just like you saying, well, give the slave owners reparations. It's just that's just like it, you know what it gives off, AZ? It gives off you niggas need to be lucky y'all are free. And the nerve of you to ask for something after we freed y'all. We could put you guys back in chains if you wanna ask for something. That's what it gives, and it's just weird, and that's why I called it racist. Um, he said, I'm not arguing against it. You were arguing against it, so don't switch it up now. Don't switch, just stand on it because for lucky for you, I'm not one of those black people who think all these other races outside of us are for us. So I know you guys are really not for us, but you guys y'all need us to advocate for your agenda. And you want us to get out on the street and advocate for your agenda. And so I know that you guys have to play it a little on the line with black people, but you guys really are not for us. But when you need us, you definitely gonna make it clear that you want us to get out there and fight for your causes. The
I'm
brother,
not sure that's Branford. I'm not sure that's him. I think that's a real person.
yeah, I know. I'm so ignorant. You know what? I don't care. I just think it's so interesting that is they are so we're all on the same team, but the moment black people get to asking for something specifically for them, then we're ignorant. It's crazy. All right, all right. Are you talking about Spotted dog? That's
Yeah,
Branford?
yeah, he trying to say that's Branford, but no, I don't think it is.
No, because this dude say he Native American.
Yeah, and Branford would have started trolling by now. He would have started saying that clown stuff and apologized
I
about it.
never seen a black person advocate for Native American.
Well, actually, I know I didn't say nothing about this, but on my dad's side, I'm Native American myself. So I'm just saying.
Not according to them. You know, black people cannot be Native Americans.
Yeah, I'm Choctaw. I'm Mississippi Choctaw.
Not according to their tribes. Not according to their damn tribe. Oh, y'all, we better figure it out. Y'all better figure black people. Y'all better figure out which side y'all on.
I agree because this shit is crazy. Really, you would think that all of us would align together because we're all getting oppressed to a certain degree. But it seems like
But look, but but look. I agree with that. I think in black people's mind, that's exactly the way it is. I think that a lot of black people believe that all these other races are on their sides. I think now more and more black people are realizing that the Latino community may not be on our side, and that's why we're sitting back watching this immigration stuff. But in reality, no. I think that I think that's the appearance they want it to portray, is that all these other races and black people are on the same level getting oppressed by the big bad monster, which is the Republican Party, right? But in all actuality, these races, they want to advocate for what's best for them. But the moment black people have the nerve to ask for something, it is definitely a problem. I think that you can be black, black people can be native to this land, but I'm saying not according to the Native American tribes in America right now. They're not inclusive to black people who look like Jamie. You have to look like them. I actually think, if I'm not mistaken, I actually think it's written in some of their money that, I mean, in some of their funding, that if you black, you can't be Native American. You can't receive none of these benefits. If I'm not mistaken, that's written in they shit.
Especially, this is the thing. If you pay for me, if you pay attention closely to my hair, you'll see it for sure. Like if I was to wet my hair right now, that should have turned frizzy as fuck, like a Native American right now. You'll really be able to see it.
Um, and to me, I refuse to believe that our downfall is going to be that I think we need to focus on race more. I feel like that we should focus on all black people being together and focusing on us. Let the Mexicans and the Latinos focus on them. The issue is that we want to be colorblind, but this is not the way this is not the way our oppressor works. They're not colorblind. They are all for them only. The Asian people are all for them only.
I
And black
will
people
have
should
to
be
agree.
all for them only.
I will have to agree with them, her 100%. Every other ethnic group 100% practice this except us. They always put themselves first. And then the rest of the ethnic groups, you can have the leftovers. The only way they're going to support the business of another ethnic group is if their people can't produce it. For instance, let's give you a few examples. Whites is going to support whites, Asians are going to support Asians, but let's say they opening up a new professional basketball business. Well, clearly we're the best at that, so they're gonna hire us for that. But if they just trying to do business in technology and stuff like that, they're not gonna include us. And we're the only ones that no matter what we come up with, oh, okay, white folks, you want to be involved with it? Cool. Yeah, y'all cool. Asian community, y'all want to do it? Y'all cool. You can join it. We let everybody in, and then they infiltrate it, make it theirs, and then we go out of business and we sitting somewhere looking stupid.
I completely agree. And that's going to be black people's downfall, is that we need to focus on each other, not trying to merge with these other ethnic groups who are doing better than us. It's ridiculous. I, I don't have to advocate for a colorblind business. When I For example, let's just say, how many of these Mexican businesses in Arizona got black people working in there? You ever walked in a Mexican little, like, let's say, not even restaurants, let's just say a tire shop, a restaurant, like a little, like one of these little taco shops. You don't see black people working in there. You see other Mexicans working in there, people who look like them. They're not hiring black people to work in their businesses. They're hiring each other. And that's how black people should be. Black people should be hiring each other. It is segregation, but that has been our reality. It's just that black people want, when they own a business, they too scared You ever walked in a Chinese spot and saw a black person working there?
Very rarely you'll see it.
Hell no, they hiring them. They're hiring people from their races to get these jobs and make this money with them. They're not including us. So why is it that when we get a business, do we want to include them? You need to be hiring somebody from
Okay, so I
just
got a question.
you.
I got a question really quick. For those of y'all that's disagreeing, is it fair to say, because black people, we're the only group that doesn't do it. So is it fair to say that we're the least racist and the
Racist.
more loving ignorant group on the planet? Is it fair to say that?
Man,
Because
because
like I said, we don't practice this.
other races practice this. Other races practice this. They don't hire us in their jobs. Do you want do the Jewish people include black people when they're investing in their community? When they have this whole Jewish community in New York, you see black people in there working? Hell no.
Not a single
Absolutely
soul.
not. It's us who wants to include everyone, and that's why we keep getting taken advantage of.
Hold on. So I'm curious of this person, Navia. You said nope, racist as fuck. What are you referring to? Because I assure you, I live in LA, and I promise you, Mexicans work with Mexicans. 'Cause I'm assuming you're of a Hispanic background, and I see it every time. Whenever you see a large group of, and I'm not saying nothing is wrong with it. That's the thing. But I do know that Mexicans work with Mexicans, whites work with whites, and Asians work with Asians. I see it everywhere. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with it. What I am saying is why, when it comes to us, we hire everybody. We'll hire our people, but we'll also hire the whites, the Hispanics, the Asians as well, and think nothing of it.
We are accepting the more why but
So
why
isn't it fair to say we're the least racist and the most spiritual people on the planet? Because judging by what y'all saying, we shouldn't be doing it. Y'all in the groups are doing it.
are doing it? But don't start doing it. Keep hiring all these other races while we keep you guys out of our businesses.
You say you're Indian from New York. Okay, y'all do it. Y'all definitely do it. What the fuck are you talking about?
He talking about East Indian?
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, if you're talking about East Indian, y'all sure the hell ain't
Y'all
hiring black
damn
people.
so do it.
Get out of her. But it's a problem. That's what I'm saying. But when black people are ready to advocate for other black people, these other races who claim that we're all people of color, they don't support that, but they keep us out of their businesses all the time. No, but that statement is racist. Well, go back to talk to your Indian brothers and sisters and tell them to hire more black people in their businesses because they
And,
don't do
and
that.
they're not gonna do it. I promise you they're not.
They're not going to do it. So I think it's unfair for that to be a common practice in your community, but then you're telling black people don't adopt what we're doing. Everyone does that. They keep everything that a race coming with. They're gonna go for people that looks like them. They don't want to share power with black people. So don't expect don't it's just not fair for you guys to expect that from black people when that is a common practice. The Asian people never hire black people to do shit. They not
Oh
hiring.
shit! I just got some good news from Demarcus. Hey, we up. We definitely lied tonight, people. We definitely lied tonight. I kind of figured that, bro. And folks that told me I was tripping, but Demarcus, if you still in here, I definitely want to know where you're getting that source from. That is crazy. Well, I'm gonna
Well,
say
I'm
this.
saying go back to your Indian friends, your Indian families, and tell them to hire more black people. You said you're Indian. We're talking about people as a group by their races, right? So let's not get emotional about it.
He said Demarcus be lying, guy.
So like let's not play the racist game again. Y'all just said that that black people are more accepting. We not racist. We don't even have the proud power to exercise racism, but that's what I'm encouraging for damn sure. We need to be racist. We need to play our oppressor the way they play. We need to exercise more racism because we need to focus on ourselves. And it to you guys, we need to be black first, no matter what. You need to be black first.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Like it's like David Banner said. And I don't and I'm certain David Banner, I met the brother a couple of times. We did a movie together. Um I don't think he's racist at all, but as far as hatred towards other ethnic groups. But what he said is the problem is black people aren't racist enough. And Dr.
Mm-hmm.
Umar also talks about this. Like we're the only group that thinks it's wrong to choose yourself first. And it's just sad that we have been conditioned to believe there's something wrong with it. It doesn't mean you hate the other people that are around you, like you despise of them, you want to see, you know, their downfall. But it just means that you're tired of your people constantly being at the bottom and you want to see us win. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But anyways, I got to get ready to get up out here, people, because I got a couple of other obligations to attend to. Got some scenes to learn, to practice. Got some classes for tomorrow. All kinds of shit. And then I got to host another live later on tonight. So definitely good talks. Solo, I appreciate you coming up with me. Everybody in the chat that have been engaging. We're gonna try to do this a weekly thing in the mornings, Monday through Friday, and then of course for people that's not familiar, we have Black Chat Chronicles on Sundays, talking about a lot of topics such as this one, where we do a lot of deep diving. So if you're not subscribed to Black Chat Chronicles, go ahead and do that because eventually I will get Black Chat Chronicles off this main channel once it's grown enough to reach a certain plateau. But until then, I'll still be advertising it on here. I'm gonna try to grab the link really quick to that.
Thank you. I did have fun. I love talking about this stuff. I love talking about it. So it was fun engaging with y'all. And then, you always have a good chat. Some of the
Mhm.
regulars in here. So yeah. Yes, 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 yes. What you talking about tonight, Jamie?
TV stuff, yeah, I told you my night show is dedicated to my
Your shows.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the shows. But yes, this was fun. I always like these conversations, especially about stuff that be going on. Cause my friends, they don't be interested in this.
I see that.
You see that? You would be. Thank you.
You said we watching Force tonight. What you mean? That's the link to Black Chat Chronicles for anybody that wants to subscribe to catch us on Sundays. But hold on. What do you mean with the Force tonight? Also, keep in mind that the Marcus, I know you asked earlier, I meant to address it. Moses, the new black, or I believe it's called. I am gonna check that out, and I'm gonna check that out and also do some content on it. And who knows, I might try to get some of the actors on here to interview as well. Get Ki and all of them to come back. I might say episode 11 tonight. Stop it, nigga. We appreciate that, Cap. Capping USA.
Jamie, you been watching Candace Owens?
Uh, I didn't watch it as of late, but I'm about to get ready to get off here. I can call you, talk about it.
No, if you got something to do, you can call me later.
Well, I'm about to go pick up my brother, so I can talk to you while I do that.
Oh, okay.
All right, though.
All right, bye.